Hello and welcome to the Archie Luxury Channel. Today I'd like to talk about the original Patek Philippe Calatrava. That's right, the original Patek Philippe Calatrava that started it all. Now, if we look back in Patek's history, the Calatrava is the symbol that Patek has chosen to represent the brand. Rolex has got its crown, and Patek has the Calatrava symbol. And the name Calatrava also relates to the line of watches that Patek released in the 1930s, and it's probably the most recognized Patek model in the lineup now. And a few facts about the Patek Calatrava. It was released in 1932, which is the same time that the Stern family purchased Patek Philippe, and the Stern family originally had a business which made dials for Patek Philippe, so they took over the watchmaker. And the wonderful thing about the Calatrava is that it's probably the most iconic piece. If there is an iconic Patek Philippe, it's probably the most iconic. And the Calatrava itself, the Calatrava emblem, it comprises a Greek cross, and it gets its name from the Order of Calatrava, which is a Spanish military order including monks, and that was the second to receive the papal approval, and that's how the story goes there. But the wonderful thing about the Calatrava itself there is that it's just such a cool, funky watch. And you think about it, 1932 is when the Calatrava came out, which is just 1 year after the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. And both those pieces are iconic for those brands. And they're just a great looking fucking watch. And the Calatrava itself, I think it's just classic, and it has changed over the years. You've had a lot of different things happen. The original Calatrava, which you're seeing on the screen, that's Calatrava, that's the Patek Philippe Calatrava Model 96. And the Model 96 was originally, it's about 31 millimeters across, excluding the crown. And it took a 19 mil strap, and that's to give you the sizing dimensions of the piece. And the wonderful thing about the Calatrava is it has changed a lot. They have many different models, and interestingly enough, Model 96, the original Calatrava, Patek in recent times has released a 5196 or a 5296, which are basically modern interpretations of that piece. And the Calatrava itself has kept up with the times itself. The bread and butter type watch in the 80s was the 3919, which was a 33 mil size Calatrava with a hobnail bezel, and it even spawned a quartz version, the 3944, to name one quartz Calatrava that was released, which Archie has had. But the original, having a look at the purity of the original here, what I'm hoping to do in this series, looking at the original versions of these pieces, is to highlight the beauty in its original interpretation. And even if in modern times the Patek 96 at 31 millimeters across is a bit small, you can see where the heritage and all the beauty of it came from. And one thing I love is I've got a 5107, and looking at the 96, you can see that the hands are very similar. The bezel is a smooth bezel. It wasn't a hobnail bezel. They had the sub-second at 6, but they also had a version which had the center second. So, I can see a lot of my Patek 5107. I can see where it got a lot of its key styling features from. And the Calatrava itself is also a piece which followed the Bauhaus. That's the German school founded by the great architect Walter Gropius. And the Bauhaus movement of design, and it basically it's very, very clean, very, it doesn't have a lot of superfluous sort of attachments to it, and you can see the beauty in that, the Bauhaus aesthetics. And the beautiful thing about the Calatrava is it's probably it's a simple line, but it's also just so beautiful, and it just picks up the essence of a true dress watch. I mean, a dress watch itself is supposed to be an uncomplicated piece. It's supposed to be simple, understated. And I don't think there's a better piece as a dress watch than a Calatrava, and that's why I've chosen the Patek 5107 Calatrava as my personal watch. It's a watch befitting Archie, and that certainly says a lot there. And the thing is, with these vintage 96s, it's actually quite difficult to find one in excellent condition, and that's due to the fact that they've got a snapback, and moisture certainly, it was a lot easier to enter than on the modern interpretations, which are water resistant to 25-30 meters. And that explains why a lot of Patek Calatrava 96s have had the dials redone. And it's although it doesn't, the watch is still desirable even if it has got a redone dial. It's certainly an original dial piece is certainly a real gem to behold. And also the crowns themselves, they're often they've been replaced, but that's the Patek Calatrava 96, the original Calatrava, and I hope you've enjoyed this series here. And please give me your feedback if you find that you like this series where I look at the original versions of watches. Let me know, and I'll try my best to put more watch pieces together like this. I'm Archie Luxury, and thank you for watching this clip.